What's going on, everybody? It's Cody. Welcome back to the channel. Here for the Saturday evening WNBA showdown slate, 5K to first. Love the contest. Not the best game, if I'm being honest. Phoenix has just looked miserably bad of late. They're in a massive slump. Just got blown out at home by Washington. They're 2-5 in their last 7, and both those wins have been against Atlanta. Every other team's pretty much just blown them out. But let's look at my lineup from tonight. I'm not upset. I'm always going to play A'ja Wilson. Obviously got her basement game today. That's unfortunate. I did mention in the live stream that I thought Caitlin Clark was insane leverage off of her at only $200 less. I just didn't have the stones to do it. So I know the people that did. There's some in the Discord. Clark had a big game, even in a loss, but she looked really good. What really stings is when your superstar stud that always smashes doesn't, and you nail your value plays. Well, most of them. I mean, obviously Megan Gustafson was not good, but you needed the $4,300 salary to fit everyone else in, so not the end of the world there, but got the ceiling games from Naz Hillman and Lexi Hull. Then mentioned how much I loved Atlanta just going up against the fantasy carnival that is the Dallas Wings. Ryan Howard went for 50. Tina Charles went for 50. Obviously, the overtime helped, but I'm going to make solid money, so I'm not upset whatsoever. Just wish I hadn't got the basement game from A'ja Wilson. Let's look at the odds for this game, and then we'll break it down team by team. Phoenix are 6-point underdogs on the road, over-under of 162.5. I mentioned it at the start of the video. Phoenix has not been playing well. They are pretty healthy besides Rebecca Allen, who should be back within a week, I would imagine. Mo Billings had a decent game this last time out off the bench. She got extended a little bit up to 20 minutes, 30 fantasy points. If you think that continues, you can play her. Really, the main interest is going to be in the starters, and then I think Mack is playable on a showdown slate. Her minutes are really secure. She's a good fantasy point per minute player. Celeste Taylor's minutes have been really solid. She's played 22. Obviously, this game here against Atlanta was when Natasha Cloud was suspended. So she's been playing 22. Obviously, do want to mention both of them were blowouts. So I think in competitive games, she's probably going to play more 10 to 12 minutes. And she's not the best fantasy point per minute player, so she could be over-owned. But just a thought, if you think the game was to blow out, she will absolutely get extended. As for the starters, BG's probably the one I like the most. She's just not been as consistent as you would like to see. Big ceiling, but a pretty low floor. I mean, low is in 20 fantasy points. Low. And then Kalia Copper, same thing, really big ceiling and extremely low floor. You see that a lot with this Phoenix Mercury team. They are really hit or miss. They could beat anyone on any given night, and they could lose to literally anyone on any given night, as you just saw them get blown out on their home floor by Washington. Natasha Cloud, 7,800 here. She's fine. DT, 7K. She's fine. Sophie, 6,200. She's fine as well. I would expect all of the starters to play low 30s minutes. Mo Billings and Celeste Taylor to pick up 12 to 14 off the bench, and then Mack the same 12 to 14 minutes. Obviously would change if anyone was to get in foul trouble, but Seattle is a good defense. I think the best way to attack them is with the bigs. So BG obviously would be the de facto number one target here for Phoenix. On the Seattle side, NECA, 9,800. She's had 2 down games. Love the bounce back spot here for her. SDS has just been on another level. She's my favorite play on the showdown. She's been you can tell she is really settling in here on the Seattle team. Massive upside shooting the ball. 13, 18, 13, 14, and 19 shot attempts in the last 5. Minutes have been incredible. She stuffs the stat sheet. She is one of the best scorers in the WNBA, as she's showing of late. Early in the season, she wasn't scoring as well. She was shaking the rust off. She is full go now. I love her on this slate. She's my favorite player on the slate for sure. Joel Lloyd, 8,600, playing at home against the Mercury. Love the spot for her here. Another just nuke-worthy spot for Jewel. Obviously, one of the craziest ceilings in the WNBA scoring-wise. Ezzy 7,400 price is really affordable. She had a good game. Went back to her normal minutes. Played really well. Took double-digit shot attempts. Obviously, got the block and steal upside. But if she's going to score in double figures, she is going to smash. Gabby Williams, 6,600. She continues to play big minutes. She had her best game of the season. Actually, she's had 2 games back-to-back. She's going to stuff the stat sheet. She can get you some blocks and steals. And if she's going to shoot the ball a lot, like, the ceiling is untapped on a player like Gabby Williams. Obviously, you need to temper expectations because, like, 13 shot attempts is not what I'm expecting on a night-to-night basis. Most nights she's going to take 6 to 8, like she has the first 5 games she's been with the team. But 34 minutes is huge for her. It shows that they're really just playing the starters a ton. Horston, only 8 minutes. Everyone else down here, like Whitcomb, 11 minutes. If she hits her threes, she's viable for tournaments. Mercedes Russell, only 7 minutes. If Ezzy is playing well, Mercedes Russell will not play much. Holmes ain't going to play. Vivians ain't going to play. And Nika Mule is not going to play. So, pretty condensed player pool here for this showdown slate. But 5K up top. I'll be in the Discord. If anybody has any questions, hop in there. We've got a ton of stuff going on tomorrow. College football all day. Showdown tomorrow night. And then a big WNBA slate on Sunday to go head-to-head with the NFL kicking off with its first full slate on Sunday. Really excited for this weekend. Good luck to everybody. If you enjoy the content, leave a like on the channel. Really helps out the channel grow. I really appreciate you guys riding with me this whole season. And let's just keep it going. Good luck, and we'll see you for the next one.